Before you can conquer the world, you must first conquer yourself. Most people spend their entire lives chasing success, but they never stop to ask why they feel so empty when they finally catch it. It's not because they lack talent or ambition. It's because they never took the time to know themselves deeply. You cannot build an empire on a shaky foundation. And self-awareness, true, honest self-awareness, is the bedrock of greatness. For the next 3 days, I urge you to talk to yourself, not casually, not in passing, but deliberately and out loud. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? What am I afraid of? What pain am I avoiding? These are not soft questions. These are chisels, and your soul is the marble. Every answer carves a clearer shape of who you are and who you are meant to become. Until you know your inner world, you will remain a prisoner to outside circumstances. But once you understand yourself, truly understand yourself, no obstacle can stand in your way. You won't just chase success, you'll become it. There is a voice that follows you everywhere. It speaks when no one else does. It whispers in the silence, and it shouts in your moments of doubt. This voice, your inner dialogue, is either your greatest ally or your deadliest enemy. And here is the truth. No one succeeds in life until they have mastered it. You see, the mind is both a garden and a battlefield. Whatever you plant will grow. If you speak defeat, you will live in fear. But if you speak power, you will rise in strength. Every word you say to yourself is a command, a blueprint, a prophecy. For the next 3 days, speak to yourself with absolute belief. Begin each morning with words that empower. Tell yourself, I am capable. I am focused. I am moving forward. Say it out loud. Declare it with certainty, because your mind is always listening and it believes what you repeat. The world will mirror what you speak within, and when your inner voice becomes a voice of purpose, of courage, and of vision, your outer world will transform to match it. A man without a vision is like a ship without a compass, drifting, lost, and at the mercy of the tides. No one ever stumbled into greatness by accident. Success begins with clarity. It begins with knowing exactly what you want and refusing to settle for less. The world yields to the man who knows where he's going. Over the next 3 days, I challenge you to define your vision with ruthless precision. Not a vague hope, not a daydream, but a crystal clear picture of the life you are determined to build. Sit down, take out a notebook, and write. Where do you want to go? What legacy do you want to leave? What does your ideal life look like, feel like, sound like? Your subconscious mind needs direction. Without it, it will wander. But with it, it will go to work for you day and night. Clarity is power. And the man who writes his goals with conviction sets into motion unseen forces that bend reality to match his belief. So, don't wait. Describe your vision. Declare it. Own it. And watch the world move to meet you. Adversity is not the enemy. It is the furnace where greatness is forged. The strongest steel is shaped in the hottest fire, and the most powerful minds are formed through trials most men would flee from. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is not intelligence, it's resilience. Over the next 3 days, do not shy away from your struggles. Study them. Embrace them. When something goes wrong, don't say, why me? Say, what is this teaching me? Because every setback is a setup for strength. Every disappointment is a lesson in disguise. The ones who rise are not those who were never knocked down, but those who refuse to stay down. Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times in pursuit of a single invention. And when asked about those failures, he simply said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That is resilience. Speak to yourself like this. I am not broken by difficulty. I am built by it. Say it. Believe it. And over time, you will become unshakable. There is no force more vital to achievement than belief in oneself. Not blind arrogance, but a calm, unwavering confidence that says, I was born for this. No dream can live without belief. It is the oxygen of ambition, the foundation of every towering success. And yet, most people wait. They wait to feel ready. They wait for someone to validate them. But let me be clear, no one will believe in you until you believe in you. For the next 3 days, make self-belief your daily ritual. Begin each morning with declaration, not hesitation. Stand tall, look yourself in the mirror, and say, I am capable. I am powerful. I am becoming who I was meant to be. Not once. Repeat it. Let your voice convince your mind, and your mind will command your actions. Do not let doubt rob you of your birthright. Doubt is a thief, and belief is your defense. Walk, speak, and act as if success is not just possible, but inevitable. Because when you carry unshakable belief within, the world cannot help but move around you. Within every great achievement, there burns a fire, and that fire is passion. Passion is the invisible force that drives men to build, to create, to persist when others quit. It is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Without passion, life becomes mechanical. Goals lose meaning, and effort turns to exhaustion. If you've lost touch with your passion, do not despair. Rediscovery is part of the journey. For the next 3 days, turn inward. Ask yourself, what makes me feel alive? What work pulls me in so deeply that I lose track of time? Those are not random pleasures, they are clues. Follow them. Engage in something that awakens you. Paint, teach, design, write, build. Whatever it is, do it not for money, not for recognition, but for the sheer joy of doing it. Passion, once expressed, expands. It breathes life into your words, conviction into your actions, and magnetism into your presence. When you move with passion, the world pays attention. Doors open, people listen, and success becomes not just possible, but inevitable. The world rewards action, not intention. You may have the grandest dream, the clearest vision, and the deepest passion, but without action, it all dies in the mind. The bridge between who you are and who you want to be is built brick by brick through bold, consistent movement. For the next 3 days, make action your mantra. Don't wait for perfect timing. It doesn't exist. Don't wait for the fear to disappear. It won't. Begin anyway. Begin now. Walt Disney didn't wait for approval or funding. He started with a mouse and a dream. That first sketch, that first imperfect step, built an empire. You don't need to take giant leaps, just one meaningful step forward. One phone call. One page written. One idea tested. That step creates momentum, and momentum multiplies. Action tells your subconscious you are serious. It tells the universe you are ready. Remember, confidence is not the fuel for action, it is the result of it. So stop thinking. Start doing, and watch how the world begins to move with you. The mind, like the body, must be fed or it will starve. You cannot build a powerful life with a weak mind, and you cannot build a strong mind without learning. Learning is not something you leave behind after school. It is a lifelong companion on the road to greatness. The most successful men and women I've studied never stop learning. Abraham Lincoln had little formal education, yet by candlelight and grit, he taught himself law, leadership, and history. He rose from obscurity to immortality not because of his beginnings, but because of his hunger to grow. Over the next 3 days, dedicate yourself to learning. Read one chapter from a book that stretches your thinking. Listen to a lecture that feeds your ambition. Reflect on your past mistakes and extract their lessons. Every new insight becomes another tool in your arsenal. Do not confuse movement with progress. Progress comes from applied wisdom. True learning is not memorizing, it is transforming. And the man who learns daily is a man who cannot be stopped because his potential is always expanding. Change is the only constant in life, and yet it terrifies most people. They cling to what's familiar, even if it no longer serves them. But understand this, the man who fears change is already defeated. The one who embraces it becomes unstoppable. Over the next 3 days, I urge you to change the way you look at change. It is not a disruption, it is a signal that growth is calling, that it's time to level up, shed the old skin, and step into a better version of yourself. Think of a skilled sailor. He cannot control the wind, but he can adjust his sails. So must you. Life will not stop shifting. Your job is to meet it with flexibility, not resistance. Reinvent your methods. Rethink your patterns. Adapt your mindset. Rigidity is the enemy of greatness. Adaptability is its fuel. The most successful men I've studied were not the smartest. They were the most adaptable. They saw change not as a threat, but as an invitation to evolve. Answer that invitation. Adjust. Grow. Advance. No man ever achieved greatness alone. Behind every fortune, every breakthrough, every empire stands a circle of trusted allies. Relationships are not side notes in your journey, they are pillars. And if you wish to build something that lasts, you must learn to build with others. Andrew Carnegie, one of the wealthiest men in history, credited his success not to his own mind alone, but to his mastermind group, a collective of strong minds united in purpose, driven by shared vision. The power of many, focused on one goal, is unstoppable. For the next 3 days, invest in your relationships with intention. Ask yourself, who lifts me higher? Who challenges me to grow? And just as important, who do I support, encourage, and inspire? Strong relationships are not built by accident. They are forged through honesty, generosity, and integrity. Celebrate others. Listen deeply. Give without expectation. The energy you send out will return tenfold. Remember, the quality of your connections often determines the quality of your outcomes. Choose wisely, nurture deliberately, and never walk the path to greatness alone. Walk it with those who believe in where you're going.